Welcome, everybody. I'll give everybody a minute to kind of get in here. She's like 007 now. Yeah, she is like 007. Disappeared. While my folder is loading, for whatever reason, this folder is infinitely loading. We'll go over some of this. I've got the hot news here. It says, missing person, Alora Pantioni, I believe is the name. Pantioni? Prince District RCMP is asking for the public's assistance in locating 30-year-old woman, Alora, who has been seen in Border Carlton on June 17, 2013. She is described as 5'10", 140 to 150 pounds. I don't know about that. And has curly brown hair. She speaks French and English barely. She barely speaks any English. And has connections to PEI and Quebec. She was recorded missing this week. When someone goes missing, it has deep and far-reaching impacts for the person and those who know them. We ask that people spread the word through social media, respectively. The RCMP, Prince District, and RCMP, Major Crime Unit, are investigating. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Alora is asked to provide contact Prince District, RCMP, at this number. Information can also be provided anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Where has Mama JF gone? Well, now we know why JF was desperately trying to fuck Pearly Things, and it might just happen. We might have a new potato lady that is Pearly Things. We're going to examine some of JF's tweets that he's made in the past few weeks here before I get into the stream. And I also have to look through, I also have to look for my bird brain stuff. The first time that Mama JF left. So here we go. I have it. Good. It's all here. I'm told privately by a good friend of mine, he OJ'd her. Bet. Well, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And so we're going to examine JF's latest tweets that he's cryptically made over the last few weeks. Mama JF. I am hereby offering to squirt out baby with at Pearly Things. Insemination claimable between the months of September to December 2023 for birth around June to September of 2024. Travel fees may apply. Our next tweet from JF. This means there's a chance her babies won't be half African. Talk to me in DMs at Pearly Things. I have incredible math on genetic kinship when breeding across races. Yep, been saying it for a long time. There might be good women out there, but you won't develop a technique to distinguish them from the rest in the current legal environment. So just prepare for the worst in any case. And there were rumblings when JF made these tweets that Mama JF was long gone. But I had figured it was another situation that had happened about, I want to say, had to be February-ish 2022, so about a little more than a year and a half ago. And here, I'll play this clip here. We'll get off to it.
Is a day where I'm single. Yes, it was not a clickbait. Mama JF has left, and so I started this this new thing, a Wheel of Fortune type reality TV show. In order to select the next Mama JF, people were suggesting perhaps we should call her Mama JF 2.0. F for the person who used to be Mama JF. She has left me. So
this is not Mama JF's first takeoff into the wilderness.
Explanations. I will not provide explanations because there's really no interest for me to start saying it's her fault, it's this, it's that. And the thing is, she left in peace, and she left respectfully. In peace? And she left very differently respectively than many of my exes, in that... Mama JF, no! I'm not drunk at all. She left very differently from many of my exes, in that she didn't try to destroy my life, and she left me with a precious package. The
first mention of children between JF and Mama JF.
Forever. And so I'm not in a mood to start a fight or to start saying, oh, you had promised me 10 babies. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the future.
We were supposed to repopulate the earth.
That I'm in a state right now where it wouldn't be dramatic for me if I was to spend the rest of my life without having a new girlfriend. I'm not like in those other instances where I was getting old. I needed to have babies, and they kept
Notice the narrative has
babies,
changed,
and I was like,
since last year.
I do want a family. And so this time it's very different.
Now, I'm going to pull up this next clip here. In which he describes how he keeps Mama JF in line.
But that is the nature of dating, you know. One of the art of retaining women is to show them constantly that you have options. I hate doing this. I really hate doing this because I'm not a player of that kind. But the reality is women have brains, and these brains are like they are in the bird kingdom. They are brains that respond to mate attraction, and a male becomes more desirable because other females desire him. Pineapple Platypotamus says, I liked Mama JF though. Well, today is the day of choices, and right now the poll seems to be indicating for Mama JF to.
He was going to play matchmaker and replace Mama JF on a roulette wheel.
You guys are totally headed for the future. Well, let's see how the survey evolves along the night.
Here. What's the next clip I have here?
I cannot do more than
this is how he got Mama JF
because
back.
As I'm speaking with these other women and creating hope in them, at some point it's me who becomes unreliable because of the oscillations of the unreliable people around me. So I'm at the point where there are definitely super interesting women who could be readily moving with me, and they seem
can be moved
enthusiastic about it.
Any moment.
So I cannot dishonor my sense of honor in front of these women.
I will look very weak
for weeks, you know, being
if I do not inseminate
maybe she will
another
come back,
woman.
maybe she will not come back. This is why the only choice I'm offering is a 24-hour armistice. knowing that our finances with Mama JF are extremely intermingled. We have a family together.
We have a family.
It seems that perhaps Mama JF had not realized the extent to which it's easy for me to get a new girlfriend. I can get 7 girlfriends. There could be a group of women lined up here, and they could be inseminated immediately. So it's a tough choice, but what do you guys think on the regular chat? Would you like to see Mama JF back? Let me know your choice, either through the survey on Entropy or in the regular chat.
And we'll end on... Oh, wait. I have 2 more.
L says, "Hey
stream.
Jeff, how is Mama JF coming back to your place? Aren't you really far from society? Is she going to drive that distance by herself?" I will not reveal details of our private life, but she has been on her way since yesterday, and so yesterday night when I gave my ultimatum. So she will arrive at some point in the night. Bubblegum.
Oh, wait. I played them out of order. Here's the 24-hour ultimatum.
Mama JF is telling me that she's interested in coming back. Normally, I don't take comebacks after someone separates from me, but I started this old Wheel of Fortune on top of it, and the problem is I'm faced with there's now 7 participants. There are 7 women interested in reproducing with me. Some of them can readily move. They could be here tomorrow, and they could be inseminated within 36 hours.
Inseminated immediately.
So it's extremely uncomfortable for me to be, on the one hand, interacting with these women.
I cannot be inseminating another woman.
On the other hand, not being able to honor my engagements with them just because some other unreliable woman is oscillating on our desires. And so that's my question to you guys tonight. What should I do? Should I leave a 24 hours return armistice to Mama JF? You have the choice between, yes, 24 hours to return. I cannot do more than 24 hours because as I'm speaking...
He couldn't do more than 24 hours. Now, of course, Mama JF did return. They had a fantastical Christmas dinner last year where JF put put a lobster into a giant roast, and then they ate 100-year-old eggs together, and it was very beautiful and soulful, and it was a beautiful time. And I guess sometime during the spring, Mama JF heard the call of the wild again, according to JF. And she had to return to her roots of backpacking across Europe completely naked. And I don't know, chat. I got to get your feelings on this. So, Mama JF, do you think that something terrible happened to Mama JF? Do you think JF had enough after last year wanting to return to the wild and returning? Do you think this second time JF couldn't let her get away? Do you think that's possible? Now I'm going to go right into the stream. I've not even seen it yet. I've not seen anything yet. But we're going to go right into it because I got to see it. I got to see what this is. I got to see how bad this is. I got to see what the situation is. Okay, here we go. Mama JF, where art thou? Where have you gone? The princess of the sector, Mama JF. What has happened? What did JF kill you? Have you just returned to nude backpacking across Europe and Canada? What has happened to you? I mean, I would show the images of her nude, as a nudist on her bicycle riding around, but I think that would get me immediately banned off Rumble. So let's just go right into this.
But
barely any opening.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to JFG Tonight. No news tonight. I just want to talk about something.
Okay, so I'm immediately noticing a change in JF's voice. Sounds very nervous. Looks a bit disheveled, more disheveled than usual. Some bags under his eyes. Things are not looking good already, just from the visual.
Personal that I'm forced to talk about at this point. It's I've been wanting to keep it relatively calmer and less public, but I've been forced by the various events because people have discovered about it, and so I might as well talk about it instead of letting rumors develop and all of the messy information that can stem from it. So yeah, it's the disappearance of Mama JF. Mama JF has been disappearing in the sense of not leaving any contact, not leaving information about where she was. And I titled my episode "The Cost of Liberty" because I didn't want any of this.
Okay. So now I'm going to put a poll, since I can't do regular polls on fucking Rumble, the only annoying fucking thing about this platform. Mama JF, I've just played for you some clips recapping the first Mama JF disappearance. Very differently handled by JF the first time. Gives her an ultimatum, says he's going to play Wheel of Fortune with eligible ladies. So that they will be inseminated within, I think he gave her a full week, but at the end of it, he gave her a 24-hour or 36-hour countdown to the insemination of the next bride, the next potato bride. He gave her a countdown. Do you think this is a similar situation? Do you think, give me a 1 if you think this is a similar situation, except Mama JF is too busy fucking other dudes and going around naked and being the wild child that she is, or 2, something more nefarious is happening here. Give me a 1 or a 2. We're going to do, this will be a little litmus test, a little temperature check on what people are thinking in the chat. Before we even go into this, before JF even gives me a spiel, before we even get into it, before we get the OJ defense, before we get, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit, before any of that, give me a 1 or a 2. 1, it's a similar situation and Mama JF wanting to return to the wild. 2, if this is something nefarious has happened to Mama JF. 3, if something nefarious happened and it doesn't have anything to do with JF because the girl is running around naked on the streets on a bicycle. Tell me your thoughts. Give me some thoughts here. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. Mama JF is dead. Oh, don't say Mama JF is dead. Oh, come on. Oh, my God. No. Mama JF is dead and naked in the woods. Oh, jeez. I'm concerned that she's likely dead. 2s. We got 1. Are you for real? She was sold into sex slavery. 3, can't be 3 because he dropped her off in the woods to begin with. Oh, man. I don't know anything yet. So I've only just heard that Mama JF was left. So I don't know the whole story yet. All right. So the litmus test is Well, this is really dark. And it's like an ocean of tears. Okay.
I'm just a family guy, and I've always been wanting to provide and secure for people around me. But there is one thing I cannot do in our society. I cannot stop you from doing crazy stuff. I cannot stop you from exposing yourself to risks when you say the words, I want to do it. When you claim your own liberty, you are on your own, and I cannot do anything to protect you. And so that, I don't know if Mama JF is in danger. I don't know where she is.
Oh, no.
But at this point, I'm forced to talk about it because people are spreading rumors on the internet. Because so I'll just give you my my perspective on all of this, and you know, people are accusing me of murder on the internet. It's like, you guys don't know. You guys don't know the police. I've been speaking with the feds on an everyday basis for a couple of days now. For maybe I don't know, maybe a couple of days. For a couple of days, I've been speaking to the police on a regular basis. So it all stems from Mama JF, you guys know, and I've stated it publicly. In June, she left.
Okay, JF clearly upset here, clearing his throat, bags under his eyes, looks very nervous, I have to say. He's looking real nervous. It ain't looking good.
She didn't want... I mean, it's not even clear why she left, and she's done it in the past. You guys have seen it, who have been following the show for years.
Yes, I just showed that.
She wanted to go away, so that's all we often know with Mama JF. She wants to go away. She had done it once, and had come back to us weeks after, and you'll remember, she came on the show on the day she came back, and she said something along the lines of, well, I thought you didn't want to be with me anymore. And so...
I wonder if I have that clip.
And I said to her, no, you left of your own will.
Topically, let's do a fact check. We're going to play the audio, and I think actually JF is actually telling the truth here.
All right, do we have
play the clip here?
An appearance of Mama JF? Mama JF is back to the show.
Hello.
How are you doing, Mama JF?
Good.
You've been traveling?
Yes, I went to see my family and stuff.
It's crazy.
Okay. And now you are back with us, and you are with me all the way?
Yes, because I thought you wanted to break with me.
Ah, you thought this, and so you broke with me.
No, I thought you don't love me anymore.
I don't do that.
Okay. Well, you know, I am an artist with a poker face. You have to give that to Mama JF. I am quite cold-blooded in my expression.
Oh my god, Mela, don't kill me. I can leave if you want.
I don't want you to leave. I've never wanted you to leave. I've always told you I will always be happy with you, and I will never leave you. And it's not because I feel bound to you by force. I want to be with you. You're a wonderful woman. I mean, look at you in this beautiful dress.
Yes, but you asked the chat and they don't even want me.
Yeah, it's true. The chat was 50% saying I shouldn't accept Mama JF back.
Oh my god.
50%.
Oh no.
I appreciate. They're kind of like the male friends that I need to get me back into a kind of objective view of the world. Because to me, I was like, of course, let her come back. Fuck the Wheel of Fortune, you know? And anyways, this whole Wheel of Fortune experiment I've done has turned out to bring some positivity to our community, because now I'm taking the women who have applied and I'm sending them to the singles in the regular chat. And it's working.
Nice.
I'm pairing people who are made to be together, I'm telling you.
Nice. But anyway, if you want me to leave, I can just leave.
No, I don't want you to leave. I'm super happy with you.
It's just, I don't know where to go, because in Montreal, I have a curse there.
Oh.
And
I am
yeah, there's
cursed
a
in
guy who did black
Montreal.
magic on me like 6 years ago, and since
They
then
cast
I'm
black
cursed
magic.
and I cannot go there.
Black magic is a big problem.
Yes, and so I don't know where I'm gonna go. I cannot go to Montreal. Maybe I will go live in France.
France?
Yes.
Well, it seems like a place of resistance. It seems like you could lead some protest against the health pass there.
Yes.
But
I think I'm gonna need to get a vaccine to go there.
I want to get the vaccine.
you're gonna need the vaccine
Based Mama
to
JF.
enter France, but then you can
You won't get
protest,
vaxxed.
yeah. Now, you were talking about black magics. That's a superstition. What about people were talking about flat earth? Do you believe in the flat earth?
Do you believe that Mama JF disappeared because of the black magic curse that was cast on her to stay out of Montreal? Did Mama JF return to Montreal? And the curse took its price on Mama JF, the curse.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say something about this. You remember one time we went to eat at my parents' house, and my father is a scientist guy, okay, and he worked with, he's like a master of physics.
Her father actually is a master of physics.
My father.
Yes, he is.
Okay, and you remember what he said? He said in my work, we calculate everything like if the earth was flat, and then he made a little wink like this. You remember? Oh my god.
Oh no, you misinterpreted what your father...
Did Mama JF fall
She thinks
off the
her
edge of the
father
world?
was dog whistling to her that the earth was flat. No, but your father should be the first to know that the earth isn't flat. He's a good scientist. I have much respect, and he certainly didn't mean to dog whistle to you this thing.
Yes, but how can they calculate everything like if the earth was flat?
Well, the thing is, it was in the context of a true explanation, and yes, sometimes you can assume that the earth is flat
go back to why she
a
left in a
basic
moment.
mathematical calculation.
Yes, you can assume that for everything.
Well, the same way.
Was Mama JF
if
trying
you were
to find out if the
painting a
world was
ball,
flat?
You paint a tennis ball in red, suppose. It wouldn't matter that the ball is a ball. You would paint it like you would paint a flat surface, really. And you would need just as much paint as if it was flat. So sometimes you can do a shortcut mathematically, which is not equivalent to saying it's true.
I would rely more on the wink.
Well, that may be guiding you toward the truths at times.
The wink told me that it was flat.
All right.
Okay, my love, me, I love you. Me, I believe in wedding. Me, I don't understand things divorce, so it doesn't work in my head.
All right.
I don't understand things that don't work in my head.
Divorce either.
So, now that was a clip of Mama JF's return. Now, we are currently watching, for anybody who's just joined us, we're currently watching JF's stream that he just did either today or yesterday, where he outlines Mama JF going missing and leaving him in June. Now, that clip that I just played was in reference to, he said, Mama JF has left before, and you all know when it happened on stream, and it did, and I have the clips already prepared. I covered it at the time. And Mama JF did, in fact, return and said that she returned because she thought that JF was going to leave her, and she's crazy, and words and thoughts don't work in her head. So we're returning now. That clip was from, I think, February of 2022. So about a little over a year and a half ago. Now we're going to return to JF's stream from today. Yes, October 4th, today. We're returning to JF's stream today. I could report her to the church. I could chain her in the basement. Oh, shit, you're right. It is muted. All right, hold on a second. I apologize, Jen.
No, with Mama JF, she wants to go away. She had done it once and had come back to us weeks after. And you'll remember, she came on the show on the day she came back, and she said something along the lines of, well, I thought you didn't want to be with me anymore. And so... and I said
It's
to her,
really
no, you
express.
left of your own will. But she says yes, and then she says yes. But
I was only muted for like literally 50 seconds.
That is sometimes the state of delusion in female minds, and I can't do anything about this. I have zero control over this. If we were in the society, the Christian society of 1920, maybe I could file some report and say, hey, my wife is a little crazy. She's a little out there.
She's a little crazy.
Can I own her, basically?
We used to keep crazy women in chains.
I mean, basically, you didn't have to file that paper in 1920s. Because in the 1920s, this was called marriage. But we are not in the 1920s, and we are in 2023 where... we have an experiment going on in society. What happens when you let these females do whatever the fuck they want? Well, what happens is that they sometimes make bad decisions. So in June, she left, and And 2 days after leaving, so she left and she had a whole plan. She had bought camping material. She was on her way to some sort of survivalist trip. From what I understood, it looked like she was preparing for life in the wild. She promised me when she left that she would always be reachable and that I would be able to reach her to deal with all of the official papers.
Very reasonable.
You know,
very reasonable. She promised that, when she goes nude backpacking across Europe on a bicycle, that she'd always be reachable because she stores her phone in her vagina, I guess. I don't know, JF. I don't know how that'd be possible, but sure. Let's go along with that.
Owns a lot of stuff, and sometimes I need her signature. And I was like, and although, we do have legal remedies for this, I was like, if you totally disappear, you might put me in trouble on some bills, on some, getting utilities and everything. So she promised to me that she wouldn't fully disappear. She went away. And 2 days later, she talked to me on the phone and sent a message. But by the way, everything I tell you is things I have told to the police. So it's not there's no secret coming out that you guys are hearing. It might be secret from a public perspective, but it's all things that the feds have been knowing.
So when did you call the police?
Days.
A couple of days.
So the last message
been gone since June, JF. It's October.
June, 2 days after leaving. And it had been apparent. I think I may have been in contact for a couple of times during these 2 days. So I was sure that she was progressing through whatever trip she wanted to do. I knew that she was still alive.
Did she go to Montreal?
But 2 days after leaving, she says, I have changed my plans. I will not hold my promise toward you. I will not be reachable. And it's like, okay. She says, I have a new plan. And
now I'm detecting, I don't know, JF. Now, my deception alarm, I know JF claims to be an autist, but the body language here, that long pause before saying she went camping, you're really making me a little nervous right now, JF. This is not a good look, bro. Not a good look.
I'm like, does your new plan involve any sort of attack against me or the family? because you guys know how important that is to me. She says, you don't have to be worried. My new plan does not involve you. I'm just going to change cell phone.
It doesn't involve
I knew
you?
that she had left without any sort of electronic tracking. You know how the police can track you with your credit card, with your debit card?
Yes.
She had left with nothing but her phone. So
Okay. So JF claims here that he dropped her off. She has no credit card, bank cards, nothing. She just has a phone. All right. Now we're getting this is getting a little scary, JF. So you dropped off your mentally handicapped wife with nothing but a cell phone. And you only kept tabs on her for 2 days. This is not looking good. It's not looking good.
So when she said that to me through text, I concluded, okay, she's going off grid. You know, she's going full survivalism.
The grid.
And kind of in her fashion. I mean, that's the way Mama JF is. So changing her phone, to me, it meant I'm dropping potentially my own identity behind. I'm potentially disappearing in nature. She could be anywhere from there.
Okay. Mentally handicapped woman. 2 children at home. 2 children. Now, as you heard, as of, let's say, February 2022, they had 1 child together. Now they had 2 children together. Mama JF decides, I'm going to leave the house with no money. I'm going to leave the house with no credit cards. And I'm going to dump my cell phone within 2 days of leaving and go live, I guess, in the wilderness. And I guess JF was not alarmed by this at all, even though she had promised to keep in contact with him when she left. Now, we do know that Mama JF literally traveled around basically Canada and Europe on a bicycle completely naked. So this is not actually, in this situation, out of the realm of possibility. But it does sound insane, and it does sound it sounds completely bonkers to any normal person. But we do have to keep in context, this is Mama JF, who literally just would ride a bicycle around naked.
And that's what I was explaining to the police. You know, Mama JF, you remember the story she told on her video on YouTube where she talked about crossing the border in Spain and in the enclaves of Spain in North Africa? Mama JF is a fucking extreme, like 007 level of like
she's 007
fugitive mentality. And I was kind of telling that to the police, jokingly, half jokingly, but it's like she's a professional fugitive who doesn't commit crimes. So it's like,
she's a professional fugitive that doesn't commit crimes. Post the Kanye episode on Rumble, please. The Kanye episode got deleted off of YouTube before I could archive it, but it exists in a limbo state. I just have to figure out how to get it. It does exist. I just don't know how to retrieve it from YouTube, but that's an eventual thing that I'm going to have to do. So I'm getting a lot more 2s. A lot of people are saying that JF, now it's sounding exactly like JF, has killed Mama JF. I don't know. She has actually told this story. This is true to time. This is true. Mama JF has talked about going through extremes to not have to go through checkpoints to go over borders. This is true. Whether it was in her own mind or in reality, we do not know.
She's going to be hiding from you as hard as she can.
007.
Also not having anything to reproach to herself. But that's just how she is. So, I mean, she and so from there, I'm like, I'm going to drop myself
Mama
behind.
JF
I'm
naked
going to
in the
disappear.
Canadian wilderness.
You're not going to be able to reach me.
Surviving.
So that is what I've been knowing since June. And of course, you're faced with the big...
Spurs without borders, indeed.
Should I call the police? This is a willing woman, a willing adult woman doing her willing stuff. So I've not called the police. Because in my view, there was no evidence of criminality. There was no evidence of distress. It looked like, to me, someone who has decided to go survivalism. What? Will I report someone for being survivalist? I mean, this reminds me of the Facebook post. You know, has one of your loved ones gone to survivalism? Has one of your loved ones bought too much camping material? That is literally one of the Facebook posts. But I don't want to be in the society where buying camping material gets you reported to the feds.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you call a month later?
I am bound to Mama JF's interests because I've loved her and I still love her and I still consider I consider myself allied to her forever. Forever, no matter what she does, even if she goes out there getting other boyfriends, I consider myself tied to her forever.
That boyfriend.
So at this point, I'm in front of this information.
Her boyfriend's a bear in the woods.
And I've decided that this was not warranting a call to the police in June. I've spoken to her family. And they thought similarly, you know, this is Mama JF. She is an out there woman, and it's not the first time she does this. In the absence of any evidence of harm or that she's doing something evil to someone else, there's no reason to call the police. And
okay, one in chat, if you believe that JF called her family and they were completely okay with her going survivalist in the woods alone. 2, if this is complete bullshit. I got to do another litmus test.
In fact, we even had someone in the family talked loosely to a federal investigator who was friends with us and just asking, you know, what is this? Is this a disappearance or is this just a woman, just a woman doing whatever she wants. And the investigator had actually, I mean, from what I heard, this is not an interaction that I had myself, but someone who was worried in the family spoke to an investigator and said, look, those are the facts. It's a woman. She leaves like this. She wanted to leave.
Another ocean
she
of tears.
Gets herself equipped with camping material and all.
With camping material?
Is this a disappearance? Is this something we should signal? And the investigator had said, well, no, this looks like a consensual trip.
Okay. So JF claims here, let's break this down. JF claims here that he contacted her family. Her father is like a physicist, a genius. He contacts her family and says, listen, Mama JF, I've dropped her off in bumfuck in the middle of the woods, I don't know, with camping materials. She's got no cell phone. I don't even know how she'd have cell phone service in the middle of the woods anyway. So, I mean, saying that she had a cell phone on her and you're claiming that she's camping, JF. You're claiming she's camping and she just has a cell phone, which doesn't make any sense on its face because we all know that you get a great signal in the middle of the Canadian wilderness. Okay. Tells her family that she's taken off. She's gone on an extended. She's gone back into the wild. She's returned to her roots. She's returned to the wild. She's naked. She's surviving in the woods, naked and afraid. Okay. Naked and alone, naked and afraid. And they contacted the Mounties or whoever the fuck, thesis, whatever, and they say, is this something that we could intervene? Can we help her? And they said, somebody, either a federal investigator or I don't really know how the Canadians work, but somebody said to them, no, this sounds completely consensual and it's completely okay and there's nothing that we can do about it. Trying to wrap my mind around this. And this is Mama JF, who could barely speak or have coherent thoughts. Okay.
So I was reassured that not only was my judgment converging toward the fact that Mama JF does not need help and that she's a free woman, she can decide to do this. And also, there was these social signals reinforcing that
Mama
I wasn't the only one
camping
thinking
materials
this.
were a shovel, a hatchet, and a bag of
also.
concrete. Well,
so that was the state in June and July, but then, the months pass and now we're in October.
Yeah,
when
now
is
we're in
it
October,
that worries are justified? And so there was a building up of stress in the people who love her. And my position has always been to all of these people, to any friend of Mama JF and to any person involved. My position has been, I saw her go. I saw her wanting to go. And so I don't need to.
So no, somebody's saying in chat the court said she had the mental capacity of a 13-year-old. I don't believe that was Mama JF. That was a different girlfriend of JF who JF impregnated. That was a different one when he was in the United States. And they took the child and they took the girl under custody. That wasn't Mama JF.
To call the police. But if you feel that it warrants a call to the police, I respect you and you go ahead and call them.
Yeah, well, of course you have to call the police. I will not say
who ended up calling, but someone ended up
she's been missing for almost 4 months.
That somehow Mama JF was missing and maybe knew about me. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it all happened, but someone ended up noticing, hey, there's this girl and her loved ones don't know where she is. And so they made a call to the police, and this launched a whole investigation that I've been involved in for, I don't know, maybe 4 days, 5 days, I don't know. But the feds are coming regularly at my house.
Yeah, I bet they are
waking me in the morning.
They are waking
I
me
sleep late,
and interrupting.
all of my loved ones sleep late. We're just that way.
How are you sleeping late with 4 babies with 2 babies in the house, JF?
That is just what we do. And I'm a man of the internet.
Can somebody explain to me what's going on? I hate to pause this so much and step on it so much, but can somebody explain this to me? He's got 2 babies in the house, little babies, and you're saying you're sleeping late and the feds are waking you up. Who's taking care of these children, JF? This is just like, I can't even wrap my head around what's being said. I mean, this is wild. And she's been gone for 4 months. Does JF have another woman already in the house that he's impregnated that's taking care of these other children? Another potato woman? She hasn't been revealed.
My show is at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and it's not even the end of my day. So they wake me up every morning. There are days where they come once, where there are days where they come twice. There's always a truck of the feds in front of my house, and
things moved in.
There's lots of people making jokes right now on the social media, like, JF, where did you hide the body and all. I knew that this was coming to this no matter what.
Well, yeah.
We live in a society that just can't accept the cost of liberty. The cost of liberty is you're going to have a bunch of females make terrible decisions. But no, I have not killed Mama JF, and I would be very surprised that I'm even considered a suspect in any way. Because I have left records, I have left electronic traces of my dropping her alive in front of cameras of a gas station. And
Okay. He dropped her off at a gas station with no money and a cell phone. What are you saying, JF? Of course she makes terrible decisions. She's a fucking potato. I mean, what are we talking about here, JF? What?
Plenty of electronic records of the fact that she was alive many days after leaving me.
Many days.
After
2 days.
asking me to drop her at a certain location. And yes,
I have
there are so many cameras these days. credit cards
alibi.
purchases that I can prove. I would be very surprised that I'm anyhow considered a suspect. But
Jeff, this
the
is
feds
crazy,
are still
bro.
very thirsty for information, so they keep coming back. And honestly, I'm very impressed by the quality of their work. But it's like they understand also.
Do you think the gas station is even going to have the footage 4 months later, JF?
I have a high security home. I'm not going to let them in, but it's like, okay, they want every possible detail they can have about Mama JF because they are on this program of finding Mama JF, and it's fascinating.
Well, here's the irony here. JF lives in the middle of fucking nowhere. Mama JF can walk outside and go live as a survivalist in the woods from her front door. So this story already doesn't make any sense, JF. This doesn't make any sense. This makes no sense. If you want a recording, you should have had her record herself saying that she wanted to go into the woods or something. Maybe he has. I mean, I don't know. This is crazy.
Fascinating to see a bunch of professionals like this who really are interested in her safety. Let me tell you, I'm hostile to the government in general, but I've always known that within the police force,
the potato princess has to be safe. I mean, I would be heartbroken if she's dead.
Just excellent workers and professionals, and I see it in my interactions with them. They understand everything. So so that means they're coming to me and they want to know exactly what she said before leaving. They want traces of where were you when you dropped her, who could know her, who are her friends. And it's like I pulled Mama JF out of a lifestyle, and I never really got acquainted with this lifestyle. I'm not the kind of I don't have respect for human beings, especially not homeless druggies.
Well, this is true. So Mama JF, when she was nude backpacking across the world, she did a lot of drugs, supposedly, and she fucked basically anything that walked. So this is the story coming from Mama JF and JF himself. So in JF's mind, he saved her from a life of a whore, but she wanted to go back to whoring, according to JF.
So I'm not the kind of guy who will approach a female and become friends with her male friends. So what I did with Mama JF is I extracted her from her misery and from her lifestyle, and I brought her to a greater lifestyle.
I mean, what about
cleaner,
these children, JF?
Less craziness. So that is what I've done. And so when they ask me, where could she be? Is she friends with this guy? Is she friends with these guys?
Is she
fucking I have just a general idea that Mama JF is a super social creature of Montreal. And that's what I've been telling them.
There's a black magic. So there's a black magic for people just joining us because my numbers are growing here. Earlier in the stream, I recapped Mama JF's first leaving about a year and a half ago, February of 2022, where she disappeared for a few weeks, and JF gave her an ultimatum that she had to return or he was going to inseminate another woman on a Russian roulette or whatever, a Wheel of Fortune wheel, was going to pick a woman at random to impregnate, and Mama JF returned. But this time he is saying that Mama JF wanted to return to the wilderness, whatever the fuck that means. Now, we know Mama JF will fuck anything. She will, she's a very infamous nudist on a bicycle, riding around, fucking people, doing drugs. She's unintelligible, but a man will stick his dick in anything, right? So it's what it is. Has 2 children that we know of with JF, maybe 3. And has just left in the middle of the night, and her family is completely okay with it. And JF is trying to explain to us how there's nothing that he could do about it, and he's absolutely not a suspect in her disappearance.
And so that
yes, she was spray painting Richard Spencer.
So the feds being extremely, on their path of we need to save everyone. We need to save everyone. And I'm like, it's amazing to see the conversations between them and me, because I'm actually less motivated at finding Mama JF than they are. I've never requested any of this. I want to be clear. If Mama JF is out there listening to this, I want to be clear with you, Mama JF. I've not been requesting an investigation against you. I've not been trying to send the feds after you.
She's been gone for 4 months.
I've not been wanting to do this episode. Even.
She has 2 children.
I'm forced to do this episode because there are forum posts right now that your face is on whatever the feds have published.
I didn't want to do this,
and then people are looking at my tweet today, informing people about this, and they're like, well, look, he calls her Mama JF. He doesn't even call her by her real name. So he's not really interested at them finding her. It's like there's a lot of interest.
Well, you were trying to impregnate Pearly thing.
First, by naming Mama JF a way that I've never named her publicly, I would only be misleading people. The fact is, everyone who interacts with me through this platform knows Mama JF as Mama JF. So that's her name for you guys. I'm not going to reveal her real name because, honestly, I don't even know if she wants to be found. And that is something you have to wait when you're in this situation. I am a bearer of the interest of Mama JF. Maybe she doesn't want to be found. Maybe she's on a huge trip,
God.
Thinking, going to parties. Maybe she's going to Woodstock in the U.S. I have no clue. But maybe she doesn't want to be found, and that's part of her liberty that I have to defend. I'm not going to act like these worried families who want to help someone more than they want to be helped. Because one thing I have learned at enormous cost in my life is don't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. And so I'm like to these feds, I'm like, please understand, you're going to pursue a fugitive who has committed 0 crime. She's going to be... She's missing,
with you, she's been missing for 4 months. She's not a fugitive.
She's going to have her hoodie.
She's a missing
hiding
person.
herself from facial recognition cameras everywhere she enters. She has dropped all of her electronics behind. She's basically 007, but she has no mission, and she's not fleeing you guys for a crime that she did because she's a good person. She's not going to commit a crime. That's the situation. You guys want to have fun finding her?
She hide her face? She doesn't wear clothes.
She's safe. You go ahead. But I know will when I see it, and her will was to go out there and for whatever period. I didn't know when she left whether it would be a 2-week period like last time, or whether it would be a 2-year period. She could be on a container traveling toward Morocco right now. She could have dealt with the locals at the port. She could have talked to a boat driver and give him some money and get on the boat. Who the fuck knows?
What money, JF? So now he's claiming she could have found a boat driver in heavy quotation marks. With no money, shouldn't have any money, JF. What money? What is he talking about? This is insane. It would have been better if he said nothing.
I mean, and so that is
what
the situation.
Driver, JF?
To people who are saying, well, he doesn't make all efforts to find her. He doesn't name her in her tweet, or he doesn't show a photo of her. I'm not going to show a photo of her or name her when this is not my quest. This is not my quest. I had a visual confirmation from Mama JF live in front of me that she wanted to go away. So as far as I'm concerned, she's still in a trip. She's still out there just tripping. And
she's tripping. She's fucking and blowing and doing a lot of drugs.
Because I don't know whether she consents to it. I'm not going to name her name because I don't know if she consents to it. If she wants to call me and say, JF, I want to be found, or JF, I don't want to be found, she could do it. And
she also believes there's a black magic curse on her in Montreal.
What I said in my tweet is, if you guys want to help the police, and you've seen Mama JF somewhere, you've seen her at a gas station, you've seen someone who looks like her.
If she's alive,
just call the police, or check my tweet, and you will find a Proton Mail email address. If you don't want to be in contact with the police, just send me an email and I can relay any information that I think is relevant or factual. I'm not going to relay trolling, so you guys can already forget
is her body
the idea of trolling
too dark,
me.
Bro. Too dark.
I'm going to relay what seems to be important, but it's probably Mama JF is out there having fun. Probably exposing herself to huge risks. You know, the risks of street life and anonymous life. When no one is there to care for you, you are at risk. Because no one knows. No one knows if someone has raped you and just put your body in a ditch.
Oh my God!
And no one is there to check. That's the consequence.
Are you worried, JF? This is your wife. You have children with this woman.
That is the cost of liberty. But we've chosen to, and Mama JF has fully chosen to run with that.
Yeah, she just went to Woodstock.
So it's like she has her husband right here, ready to care for her, ready to give her security and comfort, and not demanding anything from her. She chose to expose herself to whatever risk it is, and she totally has the right to do so. Shadow Ban says, if someone could get away with murder, it's JF. But if someone could get away with faking their death, it's Mama JF. That is absolutely correct. I mean, you have found an interesting duality right here. Absolutely. Totally the style of Mama JF to basically fake her death or to just disappear in a way that she can switch identity. I mean, she's... and it's amazing because Mama JF doesn't watch movies like CSI and 007 or... she doesn't watch James Bond and gets excited.
I'm speechless at this.
Her life is a James Bond movie of its own. That is what is so amazing.
She talked to a mechanical parrot.
What a crazy woman. But you know, out of the crazy women who have been in my life, she has always been morally straight, you know. Yes, all of this disappearance is causing some kind of shake-up and
007 potato edition
thing in my life. I mean, I'm getting woken up by the feds every morning. They're knocking at my window, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, JF, your wife has been missing for 4 months. I'd much rather
this than
she has children with you.
Evil stuff, than attacks on loved ones. I would much rather the chaotic nature of Mama JF, but with a kind of moral pillar to it, than anything else, anything more evil. Forex says, often when worried families get the state involved to save or help someone, they make it significantly worse for the person. There is very little help the state can give to a person against their own will. That is very wise.
Yeah, but, okay. So, all she had was a cell phone that she immediately turned off. And she's in bumfuck nowhere. So the cell phone's not going to have any service anyway. I mean, it's ridiculous explanation. She has no money. She has no credit card. She has nothing. So you're not in any distress about this, JF? This is your wife that you have children with? She's gone? How are they going to make it worse? I don't think it could get any worse. What are they going to do to make this a worse situation? I don't.
And that is what I was telling the policeman. You know, wherever Mama JF is, it was her choice to be there.
I
and
don't
it was her
want
choice
her
to run these
found.
risks. And
She's
she
a
would hate it
dirty
to hear
whore.
that all of these people are looking for her. So now there's a whole national campaign to find Mama JF. And I will ask Mama JF and you guys, just to calm all these people, can you please collaborate? Like, go ahead and just if you've seen
Say
Mama
I
JF
am
alive, and you can
innocent.
reassure everyone, and you can calm these people, and you can make so the feds don't knock on my door on an everyday basis.
That I am
That would
being
be very
harassed by the federal
appreciated.
government.
As far as I know from this investigation, as far as my interaction with the police, I understand it to be, they are not interested in any form of persecution of me, of Mama JF. They are just interested at establishing.
Yeah, well, they just want to establish she's alive, JF.
So, Mama JF, if you hear this, you have a chance there to calm all these people down. Only with a word from you, I'm sure they would be reassured.
Oh my God.
Silver Spider says, JF is such a loyal guy. I really hope he finds a loyal wife. We should pool all of our super chats together and order him one from Japan. Well, talking about wives from Japan, I mean, yes, Martin Shkreli. Oh my God!
I thought you don't believe in race mixing, Jeff.
He scored the ultimate jaw-having Asian. I have never seen this, ladies and gentlemen. The sexy body of the Neotenic Asian combined with the perfect jaw of the European genetics. How the hell, where the hell does Martin Shkreli find such perfection? Tiffany Fong is new girlfriend of Martin Shkreli. Yes.
Martin Shkreli is pretty rich, isn't he? Although he did get in a lot of trouble. I don't know his financial state, but as far as I remember, he's pretty fucking fantastically wealthy. That's why.
Oh my God. I'm so happy for you, Martin. I'm so happy. Daryl says that's almost too much, I mean, this is the point at which it's almost there. Balloon Nut says, sends $10. Thank you so much. He says, are you serious? Did Mama JF really leave the family for no other reason than to be a drifter? I mean, it looks like it. It looks like it. I mean, you guys know we have seen her here on the show, leaving back like a year or two ago. And we have seen her again disappearing. And, you know, just before she left in June, I remember a bizarre show where I accused her of terrorism because she tried to enter the studio with something that I do not allow at all on this show, like at all. And she knows it very well that there will never be such things on this show. And she attempted to surprise me by surprise opening the door of the studio and came running to my camera. And I had the chance to turn off the camera just before she arrived to me, because it's like 2 meters.
Okay.
She did a 2-meter run to try to violate one of the ultimate rule of the show. A rule so intense that you guys cannot even ever hear it. That you guys cannot, that I cannot even tell you what the rule is. And it's like, and then I said, Mama JF, you're banned from the show for a couple of weeks because that was actual terrorism.
Okay, we have to look what this is. Okay, when did he say that was? Hold on a second. I gotta look. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna do live research. Let's see. We gotta go back 4 months. Blackmailed by Epstein. Let's see if he gives any more hints. What was the timestamp I was on? Okay, I see. What's up here?
That I cannot even tell you what the rule is.
Let's see if he can give me a few more hints on what the show is about. Hold on, let's go back a little bit.
Just before she left in June, I remember a bizarre show where I accused her of terrorism because she tried to enter the studio with something that I do not allow at all on this show, like at all. And she knows it very well that there will never be such things on this show.
People are saying she tried to show the child, and that's why he was saying that was terrorism. Is that true, or are you guys just saying that? Because I don't know if that's true. I want to kind of see what it is. Did Mama JF run in the studio naked? Because that could have happened too. Or she could have been doing drugs, or... Let's see. Gonzo arrested. Let's see, what's the date on this? What's the date on Gonzo arrested? May 5th.
I'm so much more happy. Again, now basically, George Soros is taking over the skeleton.
Let's see, it was probably before Gonzo getting arrested. Let's see, ask me anything. Look at the fucking amount of comments on these JF videos. It's as many comments as there are fucking... Look at all these fucking comments.
Well, that's kind of a ridiculous question.
JF looks pissed.
Wow. Community notes announces contributors' time is valuable and best spent reviewing high.
I'm going to have to do research on this. I can't do this live, but I'm going to have to look for this. Mama JF. A lot of people are saying it was that she was trying to bring the child into the studio. I'm going to have to actually verify that myself, but I will go through. Article said June 17th, I think, is when she went missing. It was the kid thing. Well, okay.
And
I'll take your word for it for now.
To surprise me by surprise opening the door of the studio and came running to my camera.
I'm going to have to verify that, but it's going to take me. That's going to take me like an hour to go
turn off the camera just before she arrived to me, because it's like 2 meters. She did a 2-meter run to try to violate one of the ultimate rule of the show, a rule so intense that you guys cannot even.
Why would he be so angry about showing the children?
That I cannot even tell you
what would
the
even
rule
be the big
is.
deal about that?
And it's like, and then I said, Mama JF, you're banned from the show for a couple of weeks because that was actual terrorism.
That was terrorism.
You have attempted to terrorize me, and
it could be anything with Mama JF.
Yeah, so
she could have been naked.
That was
she could have been trying to fuck him
before she left.
She could have had drugs. She could have had. I mean, it could have been anything.
But I think that she was starting to kind of be in a mood of party, and in her party mood, she had forgotten that there are serious rules.
Because I think the knowing JF and Mama JF over the years and watching them, I think she was probably like completely naked and wanted to fuck him live on the show. He says she was in party mode. She wanted to do things, or maybe she had drugs. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that.
In Papa JF's house.
No, he did reveal that they had children. He revealed, I played the clip earlier of Mama JF's first appearance where he says that that they had a child together. So it's not true.
So yes, that is basically all I have to say. And this story is so waiting on my mind that I don't think I can.
Yeah, I bet it's waiting on your mind.
I don't think I can continue the show tonight with news or stuff of a frivolous nature. That this is too much on my mind. And that is why I had to take a break also 2 days ago. It's because, man, just waking up early is something that I had the privilege in my life to attain such a degree of luxury that I can wake up whenever I want, whenever I feel like, all the time. But for 4 or 5 days, I'm back to waking up at 9 a.m. Because the feds are, and they knock for a long time,
9 a.m. is super early.
Me up. So it's been tiring me, because when you change my sleep schedule, where I'm super used to this very long sleep where I'm fully rested, now suddenly you mess up my normal sleep and suddenly I'm more tired.
JF is more upset about having to wake up early than his wife being missing for 4 months.
And it will have been a short show for tonight, but that's all I have to say. I can read
9 o'clock in the morning
today.
Super early in the morning, JF?
The police in Canada is looking for Mama JF because, in true Mama JF fashion, she has left our home in June and has disappeared from the map. I am sure that Mama JF is fine. I know she has been safe for at least 2 days after I dropped her where she wanted in June. Mama JF left our home entirely voluntarily.
She was safe for 2 days.
Go live a life of adventure wherever it would bring her. But since she has electronically disappeared, not connecting to her cell phone or updating me or her family, I ask anyone who would have encountered her to just notify the police so that they can know she is safe. And I ask her, if she wants, to leave a note to the police, me, or her family to ensure everyone of her safety. If you want to send an encrypted tip anonymously, I can receive them at jfgarriep@proton.me.
Very assuring, JF.
And someone was asking, did everyone's girl lose her shit this summer? Mine went full postpartum bunkers in August. And I said, that's the cost of female liberty. 50,000 policemen, full-time salary, nationwide searches. We could feed the homeless 1 billion times. Just take our society and just allow some degree of control by husbands onto their wives.
So JF laughs here. His wife, Potato, Mama JF, gone for 4 months. Not a word, not a cell phone signal. Nobody knows where she is. She's not contacted any family, nothing. She's gone. She's ghosted. She's the ghost of Kiev. She is, who knows where she is? She could be anywhere. Even though she had no money or anything, she had some camping supplies. She could be anywhere. JF completely unconcerned and says it's a waste of, to even look for her is a waste of anybody's time. She's gone forever. He's convinced. She's just disappeared into the ether. There's nothing anybody can do about it. She's 007. She's a ghost. She's changed her identity. She talks normal now. She's covering her face in front of cameras. Nobody knows where she is.
Just basic control of some little financial aspects. Some, like, no, you won't travel to Peru, and so I'm going to decide for you
she
that
did say
you
she
won't
wanted to go to
travel
France.
to Peru. Just allow some form of control of husbands over their wives, and you're not going to get events like the Mama JF.
Why didn't they let me chain her up in the basement?
But if you want that female liberty, Papa JF can provide. And because we are in a liberal society, yeah, I'm going to stand by the ideals of our society. And the ideals of our society first is, I cannot keep a woman against her will. I cannot go against her request. I cannot intimidate
she's in
her.
She was in the cabin.
Me. I cannot manipulate her emotionally to be one way or another. And so what are the tools I have left as a man? The tools I have left is, all right, I respect your liberty. You want to go out there and do your crazy lifestyle? Where do you want me to drop you? I will drop you in the safest way and place I can. But that is all I can do. And that is the cost of liberty. Thank you so much for listening, everyone, and much love. I'm personally very confident that this is a big scare, and I hope that Mama JF understands that she is causing too much scare. And Mama JF, I'm not hostile toward you or anything. I haven't demanded this whole investigation against you. I respect wherever you are, and I hope that you're happy. Just give a call to someone. Just leave a little email here or there. Give a clue that it's really you, and just give a sign of life. You will calm all of these people. That is it for tonight. Meanwhile, some people have different girlfriends. This is the girlfriend of the guy who got shot in the video that I've shown yesterday in New York. Oh my God. She has a K marks. So that's the girl who was standing in front of her dying boyfriend, and I was
my girlfriend
she doesn't seem so concerned.
Like than these
she seems concerned at a level not of, oh my God, my boyfriend's going to die. She seems more like, oh my God, that is some trouble I didn't want to have to go through tonight.
Yeah.
And it turns out she's a extreme Marxist with a nose ring. Holy shit, the red flags.
I don't know, Jeff. You don't seem to be concerned that your wife has been missing for 4 months. You seem completely unconcerned.
Yusamin says, is that why JF kept using the word crack whore around that time? Well, crack whore is my general term for, for women who live at the bottom of society and who are into drugs. So yes, crack whores is... I've been alarmed at the reality of crack whores many times in my life.
Calling his wife a crack whore.
Good night, everyone. Much love, and
Mama JF is into
remain
crack?
hopeful.
I wouldn't be surprised. She talks like she's been into crack. So I guess JF is saying she went off the grid. She's a crack whore. She's selling her body for money. She could be anywhere. She's 007. And who could know where she is? She's a genius, I guess. It's his statement. Now, I'm going to have to do some research on this. I have not seen this stream that he's referencing here. But we will go over. We'll do a little walk down memory lane of the Christmas dinner here, and we'll remember Mama JF.
The park.
No, this is just a message from God. God,
Both.
Where's the cooking segment?
Okay.
Odyssey sucks. This is the woman that's 007 that's going to evade the authorities under any circumstances. Genius.
That kind of stuff?
No.
Because we were looking recently at how the angels actually are described in the Bible, and it seems that they are not really persons.
Well,
They're
I
not
look
like
for
demon. They're more like some creature with a single eye and that floats in the sky like this. Now, when the angel looks like Matt Damon, you're like, why the fuck do they say that they have no sex? Matt Damon must have either a penis or a vagina.
Oh my God, yeah.
But when you look at this, you understand that this has no sex.
Yes, I wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
It's weird, huh? Like, it's just like the CRISPR.
Want the instrumental?
You see with the CRISPR, the people are not gonna have sex anymore. But but it's weird.
Yeah.
It's just like in the Bible, Mary was the first one that.
Where's the cooking
Of
segment? I
spirit
gotta
at all,
find it
yeah.
here.
They'll drop
Because they talk about
Everything.
genetics.
actually.
They talk about. Okay, here we go. This is.
In audio.
I forgot they had music over there.
Searing the pork belly and ribeye, we just want to give a brown cover to our 2 pieces of meat. We split the pork belly in its middle in order to increase the possible diameter of the roll.
In audio.
Cover the meat with spices and sear all of their surfaces in olive oil.
In audio. In audio. In audio. In audio.
Look at this.
In audio.
Super well cooked. Now is some beef. Play the
I want to. Okay, here we go.
vermouth.
In audio.
Adding thyme, salt and pepper, as well as Mama JF's hyper concentrate beef bone broth in frozen cubes.
Mama JF. This is our genius 007 agent.
Add heavy cream and maple
Word.
syrup. Add cornstarch.
In audio.
Our ribeye is ready to receive the sauce.
Oh, I missed where they stuck the lobster in
In
it.
audio.
Dinner of Kings.
In audio. In audio.
Wait, where did they put the? I remember him.
Out of the
I had clipped this out. Here we go.
our ribeye roll is
This,
cooked.
that lobster's pretty overcooked.
In audio.
I mean, the ribeye does look very nicely cooked. But I wouldn't put a
And the sword
lobster
in
in
it.
it.
In audio.
Grilled.
All the
Yeah.
goodness is gonna be seeping out of it.
Grilled more. While we put the lobster and meat back in the oven for 20 minutes, we prepare the layout for the final plate.
In audio.
Here we go.
In audio.
That lobster's way overcooked, Jeff.
In audio.
All right, so that's how it was coming together. And now we're ready for the last video. I don't know if Mama JF is ready with the cooking on her side. We will wait for a confirmation that Mama JF is ready. And when she's ready to bring the final plate, I'm going to play the final video that shows how it all ends up on a plate.
You're saying he fucked it.
Lauren
he
says, wow, his
fucked it?
project is coming together. Absolutely. But the last video is the most impressive, where you see the final idea that was in my head.
Look, JF,
Maybe
look
Mama
at how
JF wants to
happy
come and chill
JF
a little
looked.
bit. I
He's
don't know.
completely
Let's see what she
bombed,
wants to
by
do.
the way.
What are you guys thinking up to now in terms of what we're seeing on the kitchen side?
He's
Thai Odyssey says, I
drank
like
an
to
entire
imagine JF
mason
cutting
jar.
his cheese with a guillotine. Absolutely, I would absolutely do this. J'accuse. Out on the first gathered on sex is genetic. I don't think it's the audience. Better than the
Yeah, that-
play the. So we cut some French shallots.
Is the cooking?
In audio.
flambe them with brandy in a cast iron pan. Transfer the onions in a steel pan with vermouth.
In audio.
Adding thyme, salt,
forgot
and
there
pepper,
was
as well
that
as
bone
Mama Jeff's
broth thing that you
hyper-concentrated beef
prepared,
bone
but I don't
broth,
know where that is.
frozen cubes.
In audio.
Yeah, and then they just show it. They don't ever show them sticking the lobster in it. Shows him cutting out the hole.
In audio.
Let's top it off with some truffle hot sauce with black truffle flavor. Harmonizes
Just
well with
ruin it.
lobster color.
In audio.
Just ruin it. Oh. A beautiful ribeye.
Wow. Mama JF, what a spectacular.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know. Does this look like a woman who could make it in the wild?
Truffle flavored, lobster laced, belly wrapped ribeye. I'm happy. It looks
Truffle.
better than I thought it would, actually.
Yeah, it looked like a painting.
It looks like a
It
painting.
looks like
That's
a painting.
basically what was my dream, and it's just as good as
You
in the
think
dream.
this woman
And on
could
top of it,
disguise herself?
when you have a lobster like this, it's super hard to crack the lobster, and we would have gotten all dirty, which is unviable in the streaming industry. So this lobster is actually super easy to eat. Below the lobster, it's all flesh. I don't know if we can see it, but look at the forceps. It's all eatable. So only the dorsal part of the lobster, only the dorsal part has kept the carcass. It's actually immediately accessible, the meat of the lobster. Now, Mama Jeff, I still have a rotationary
lobster
issue
tail.
here. So I was wondering, are you able to give us some portions, maybe with this knife? I don't know. Or do you want me to do it?
Yes.
You want me to do it? All right. Well, guys, I'll be back.
Yes, he had a dream about this. This was a dream. This was a creation of his dreams.
Lobster.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Is this the knife that he killed Mama JF with? I don't know. It's too dark for me to imagine.
Don't do it.
No, it's good.
Yeah, he didn't trust her with the knife.
Ribeye.
Okay, I can do the rest.
And yeah, we can share. We can serve green bean.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I need to clean my hands, but
I'm bringing it
no, I'm good. I have some toilet paper here.
Toilet
You go ahead and you
paper.
continue the service.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Oh my god, it was hard to cut, but I got some good pieces because I wanted to.
Well, yeah, it's still got all the
I wanted to
strings
taste
on it,
close to the
JF.
lobster. The question is the lobster taste penetrating? I'm actually short of breath.
Surf and turf.
Just cutting through. I wanted to determine if the lobster taste makes it through the ribeye. Yeah, we don't need much more meat, Mama JF.
Okay.
I mean, it's as you wish, but I'm going to eat a single bite of it. It's very good to have this beautiful pork belly part, definitely. And perhaps some leeks, green bean, and sauce is what would be left.
Zombie. And oh my god.
And are you able to drop us some
Oh
sauce
my
from the
god.
pot? Yep.
Do you
Sauce.
think this lady is surviving in the wilderness?
Beautiful.
Off the
I mean,
grid.
it's a beautiful plate in the end for something that we just did.
It
live.
does look
We got
actually kind
ribeye.
of good.
It's not as rare as you would want it to be, but as rare as we could make it in this context. And I don't know, Mama Jeff, if you want to dirty your hand, but can you pull out the lobster tail?
Look at it.
Wow, the whole lobster tail. Holy shit. It's coming out. That
Oh,
is
that
fascinating.
lobster is
I
overcooked.
absolutely want to taste this. Look at this. A lobster tail, a ribeye, pork belly. There we go.
So you think this is a thing?
It's not a thing. I've invented this in my
Yes.
head. Yes.
It
I thought
is a
about this for
thing.
about a week.
Really?
What is
Oh my
this
God,
creature?
It's not a thing. It's the first time in the history of the internet that this is ever done.
Really? What happened in
Now, what about this lobster tail?
Mama
And
Jeff just eats
presumably
with
the
her
bottom
hands.
of it would be the part that has had the most pork belly taste to it. A little bit of sauce on the lobster tail. Totally different.
All right, so good.
You notice all this chewing.
This doesn't taste like a regular lobster tail. It has this burnt aspect to it
Yeah, it's true.
The pork belly has truly penetrated the lobster tail.
Mm.
The leeks flavor of it,
It's
the
interesting.
sauce is different. The vermouth flavor, all of it has penetrated the lobster tail, definitely.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's very
It's
good.
all good.
This is surprising.
Yes.
Now, Mama JF,
Mama
is eating
JF
the
doesn't
pork
even know how
belly.
to use a fork and knife.
Is there a fork somewhere?
007.
Let's see what happens if I taste the pork belly. Pork belly only, so we're not getting through the ribeye yet.
Was Mama JF truly
Uh,
penetrated with this
There
knife?
is a piece of pork belly, fat. Oh my god. It's better than the Asian pork belly. This is some of the best pork belly I've eaten in my life. The sauce is just perfect for this pork belly.
He's good.
I mean, I wish I could express how good that is. Perfect sauce, vermouth-based sauce with the beef bone broth that you've made.
Yeah, the bone broth. I should have showed this.
It's incredible the amount of effort that goes into this bone broth, but it's worth it.
Yeah, the stuff is so good.
Now, what about the claw of the lobster?
What does she say in the song?
Look at this feast of kings.
Alright.
Surf and turf.
The little song.
There it is, the whole claw of the lobster.
Wow.
Pork belly, ribeye, lobster in a vermouth bone broth sauce with hot sauce drizzled on top.
This is good. You have to accept. I think that the thing that got best in this recipe is the pork belly.
Yes.
You have to accept that you've sacrificed a
Well,
little
you
bit
really
of the
can't
quality of the
overcook pork
lobster
belly.
to get the best pork belly in the entire universe.
Yeah, it's so good. Do you think it tastes like lobster? The pork belly?
I just tasted it. It's the best pork belly I've ever tasted.
It tastes like lobster.
Better than even my soy sauce based recipe.
Does it taste like?
It does taste a little bit like lobster. Now, Mama Jeff is preparing the ribeye part so that we can get the final answer on the main piece of the meal, the ribeye part.
The ribeye looks a little overcooked, I'll be
About
honest.
3 to 4 hours, but I slowed down to 250 at some point so that it wouldn't cook much further.
Oh, wow.
So, ribeye, I'm going to cover it in sauce.
Yeah, it looks a little overcooked to me.
Not as good as steak, but still a very good roast ribeye.
Oh, this is a whole ribeye.
Absolutely, it's a whole ribeye.
Nice.
When you do that in
this
steak,
a whole
it's much
ribeye.
better. But a normie doesn't know how to cook a ribeye steak. So this is better than ribeye steak normie. Normie ribeye steak, I mean.
Yeah, wow,
The
it's so
normie
good.
ribeye steak with the lobster stuffed in it.
So basically, this whole recipe is a complex setup. And here's the ribeye with a meat part and a... Oh my god, I'm feeling the Scorpio sauce. Have you felt it? One thing that doesn't come out of this very much is the truffle flavor.
No,
I haven't
wait,
tasted
you
very much
don't
of the
usually
truffle
mix
flavor.
truffles
Now, if
with
I sauce
with
this
Frank's
fatty
hot
part of
sauce,
the ribeye,
Tabasco.
the most truffled part of the pork belly. Let's see if I can taste the truffle sauce. I can. Beautiful truffle taste. So basically, we've put about $10 worth of truffle sauce. If we had put about $100 worth of truffle sauce, we would taste it in the ribeye. That's my
Oh
estimation.
my
but
god.
we don't taste it in the ribeye because it's too deep in, and the truffle sauce was just put over the pork belly, which is probably why the pork belly is so successful in this meal.
Yeah.
What do you think about all of this?
Yes, it's so good. The pork belly is so good.
Pork belly is good.
It's so
You should have
good.
the steak after maybe because it takes less time.
And here we have beautiful pieces of lobster. I mean, this is the whole tail still. We just ate the extremity of it. Let's see the body of the lobster. How does it taste? So that's the more central part of the tail.
Yeah.
That lobster's way overcooked.
Don't you want to know what Netanyahu think about it? Hey, I'm Netanyahu. I think it's really good to hear what you did with the meat.
Benjamin Netanyahu is here in the room.
007.
Yes, it's me.
The fork, Benjamin Netanyahu.
But I am the Ayatollah of Iran,
It
Benjamin.
doesn't even make any sense.
I don't like you.
Benjamin.
Show up, Benjamin. Are you scared? Why don't you show up?
No, I don't want to.
I am the Ayatollah of Iran.
Oh, no, I'm not. Because...
I don't like Israel.
Oh no!
You don't know how to play Benjamin Netanyahu in response to the
It's a
Ayatollah
genius.
of Iran.
What?
That's it. Benjamin
Mossad
Netanyahu
agent
has
exposed.
disappeared from
Mama
existence.
J.
All we have left is green beans and leeks to taste. So the green bean, how did it go? The green bean
Okay,
in this meal.
let's skip forward. It's getting late. Let's skip forward to the amazing part of this video. I might vomit. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I almost vomited the first time we watched this together.
Hasn't been cracked and yet.
No.
So there's still the shell.
How did they penetrate through it? I don't know.
So you
I
have
don't
fermented
know.
an egg in its own shell.
How did
What
it go?
what have you
The
done?
nose is
Chinese people?
exposed.
How did they do that? Yeah, I mean, it's true. Okay, so how we open it?
So how do we crack this? Mama Jeff is knocking it on the table. Can you show us on the camera what does it look like when you crack it? So are you gonna just remove the shells?
Yes. What's happening?
Rodita Sid says it's boiled in soy sauce.
And you think
He
It's
seems to be a
boiled?
Chinese person.
it's not fermented? Oh my
It
God,
is
look at that.
fermented.
Oh, the blackness of it. It's
The
like we've opened the
blackness.
door to a black hole.
The
Holy
black.
shit, this is glossy black.
Was the baby black?
Oh my
Is that why
I wish
Mama
I had
JF is
ink
gone? A
that
lot of
says
people are
black as
speculating
this.
that. Was this a prelude?
What a surprise, Mama JF. Micronova says, "Don't eat it." No.
I will play that clip. I have a few
Wow,
clips
a
I want to
black
get through.
egg. It has become
before it
black
gets
on
too
the
late.
inside.
Oh, look, there's little thing.
It's transparent
There's
black.
do you see it?
Yeah, I see the
Inside.
inner structure. You can see inside. It's like transparent black. And when you look close, you see filaments of the yellow
Oh my
part.
God, it's like a snowflake.
It's like a gem.
Yeah,
Oh, a
that's
snowflake. It has crystallized like a snowflake inside.
course.
Oh. I don't know how we get the best camera view on this, but wow. It's a black egg. The Chinese appear to be eating those things. There it is, the snowflake.
Wow.
Oh my god. That was
Snowflake
vile beyond
structure.
words.
Snowflakes are a general rule of the universe, not just a thing of the winter. They happen inside the eggs too,
Oh my
confirmed by Mama JF's research. So,
Please,
you've
this
got a
good.
bowl of what here?
This is because I have a Chinese cookbook and they say black vinegar, soy sauce, and chili oil.
I have been with an Asian girlfriend, and that's exactly what they do.
Okay, you ready? You take first.
I taste first. Can't we clean
This
this?
is
I
a-
mean, it looks like there's a... Do I just sauce it in there?
Oh, this is gonna be vile.
I'm gonna take my time saucing it because I don't want to eat it really.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this?
Disgusting.
Oh my god! Look, it's like a pudding. Oh my god! What?
No!
It's like a
I need
pudding.
to wash my teeth. That is disgusting.
Oh,
Absolutely
she
horrible.
ate it. Oh, she's eating it.
I'm a very open man,
Mm.
but this is
This is very good.
no. It tastes like liquid death.
Oh my god! What happened? This is so weird.
You eat this and
It's
you're
so
like,
weird,
no problem.
but it's
normal.
good.
It tastes like egg,
Oh no!
but why is it black?
Why is it black? Because it has spent too much time out of the fridge.
Oh my god! It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Fine.
It's not fine at all.
It
This
tastes
is
fine.
disgusting. I'm
Is
telling
Mama
you
JF
guys.
living off garbage
Don't eat
right now?
this.
What happened? I would
Roaming the
what
streets.
happened there?
Well,
Doing crack and
I don't
fucking
know how
guys.
You can put this in your mouth and
Eating
chew it.
rotten eggs.
Yeah.
Ew! Come on, Mom JF.
Oh my
It's
god! It looks
good.
like Jello. Now you can see. Once that she's eaten a part of it, you can see that the outside is
Oh.
like Jello. Like, white egg is nothing more than just
I
jello.
need a cigarette. Oh my
Then
god.
the inside, the yellow, has become this greenish dark thing.
Oh my god.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I kind of feel the
Tastes
rape.
like homeless
You kinda
dog.
feel the
Well,
rape.
that's what Mama JF is sucking
I
if
felt
she's
the
out
rape
there.
at the first second. Ah, and the smell. No, not good.
Okay, that's why we're not Chinese.
That's why we're not Chinese. That's what differentiates us from them.
Okay, next Mama JF, but where did my clip go? Oh, for fuck's sakes. I have it. Next, somebody made references to spiritual leaders, and we're gonna the Mossad mind. Mama
Paris is
JF.
lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Few stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
No white guilt. I apologize. Not accuse celebrities here of rape. This is the public space.
Why? There's so much
No, you
cheese.
cannot defame anyone.
This is what took place. These are the kinds of
Hey,
people
maybe
they
we
are.
could have
This
done
is
that.
what we have to arrest. Is that Mama JF? I thought I heard something.
Dead air.
Anyhow,
What do you want me to say? I'm playing these clips. I don't want to step all over this.
She was
It's
saying
great.
some mean things about no white guilt. I apologize. Everyone who is a fan of the show knows that Mama JF has an uncontrollable and irrational hate of no white guilt, and we don't hate her for it. It's just a brain spark that she has where she construes no white guilt as someone else. All right.
She believes
Lawrence
no white
Forbes
guilt is
says,
someone else.
Does Mama JF really have an issue with no white guilt, or is
Does
she
she?
just fooling around? She has an actual issue.
This wasn't terrorism, by the way.
Don't say anything violent.
No, I want to.
What do you have to say?
No, I get seriously. You tried to kill me again,
Okay.
and I'm
You
fucking
tried to
sick
kill
that you're
me.
fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere, and
All right.
and you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years again. You're a fucking
Okay.
psychopath, man.
T'en as assez dit, maintenant va-t'en. Okay, so the answer to the super chat is that Mama JF mistakes no white guilt for someone who has committed acts of violence against her. So that's why you see her currently sad.
You used to be my spiritual leader. I got to fucking kill you. This is our genius. This is our
Mama
stealth
JF has
genius
been the victim
Mossad
of an
agent.
act of violence. It was not by no white guilt at all. She is confused, and because she is confused, she associates no white guilt with. People are asking on the regular chat, is Mama JF okay? Yes, she is doing good. I don't know if she wants to come to say hi, but she is doing good. So no worries for Mama JF.
No worries.
Eh,
We're not
No,
worried about
I
Mama
just want
JF
to say,
here either.
No, I will never accept your apologies, okay? What you did to me was so mean. And this guy is not a real person. He's doing shape-shifting. And he's a ghost. Don't believe him. He's not a real person.
Okay.
And you
So
want to
Did,
kill me.
did no
Okay.
white guilt get Mama
So
JF?
no white guilt is a ghost, according to Mama JF. I will say, as a journalist, I have a duty here not to allow defamation, and I will say that
Did no white guilt finally
the
get
theory
his
that
woman?
no white guilt is a shape-shifting ghost is unsupported at the moment, in my view. All right, we have a question for Mama JF coming on the super chat. K Max McDonald says,
This woman is a ghost.
Mama JF,
She's
what is your background?
stealth agent.
What country do you
007.
derive your ethnic heritage from?
I can't answer that. Okay, but before, I had a bad life. But then after I discovered GF, Then I started to look at GF every day. I was always looking at GF. I became crazy. I lost everything I had. I lost my job, my family. I quit school. I lost everything. I was just looking at GF all the time. I was crazy. And then after I wrote to him, I said, GF, I want to suck your dick. And then he told me. And that's my background.
You lost your job because you were addicted.
I lost everything.
You lost everything because you were addicted to my shows.
Yeah, I was just looking at your show all the time. Even I had a job, and I was going to.
This is a woman who left mysteriously in the middle of the night.
And I was, then my boss said, "Why you always disappeared for 10 minutes?" Then he fired me. I lost everything, my family, my friends, everything, because I was just looking at GF show all the time.
You've never told me that.
Yeah.
Wow. That is some dedicated fan right here.
That has anything to do with me being on the show. I am due 4 days a week, plus not with the flat earth thing. That is how the agreement was. That is.
See, Steve McRae was interested in the flat earth, which is very naive and beautiful. Hello, Mama Jeff. Oh, you took your shower?
Yeah, I was sleeping.
Yeah, so...
ALO-AIU.
Oh, yeah. She's a big fan of AIU.
Hey, I just wanted to say, it's so nice what you do, but I don't know why you're atheist.
Yeah, why are you an atheist, AIU?
Yeah, what? Yo, hey, me, I believe in God, like. Do you know how I did that?
How did you reach a belief in God?
It's because before I meet GF, I was smoking a lot of weed, and after some time, God started to talk to me in my head. It's real.
I think that atheism is unstoppable will not be convinced by this argument.
So this is Mama Jeff. Now, I'll end this with a little musical segment, and we'll wrap up here. But this is the woman who's a genius Mossad agent who's going to stay completely off the grid.
Before? Yeah, at times I've done karaoke. It's been a long time that I've not done a karaoke in front of people, I would say. The last time I did a karaoke, yeah. So what's this song by Nirvana? Is it Lithium? It's okay. Yeah. Yeah,
this is JF doing random music. Where's Mama JF?
Says JF.
I've been had.
Look, cried to her. So, but it's all coming back to me. If you want me like this, and if you need me like that, it was dead long ago, but it's all coming back to me.
So Celine Dion.
It's so hard to resist, and it's all coming back.
Where's Mama JF?
You know.
I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
I'm so happy.
Wow. No Mama JF singing. So I guess we'll just
happy. 'Cause today I found my friends. They're in my head. I'm so ugly. That's okay, 'cause so are you. Broke our mirrors. Sunday morning is every day for all I care. And I'm not scared. Light my candles in a
Canadian.
day, 'cause I found God. Wow, what a song. What a crazy song.
What a crazy song.
That was
so it's just JF singing. I've been had.
To have been written for someone who needed help.
Mama JF doesn't sing here. I've been had by somebody in the chat.
And who needed help.
So,
it's amazing.
All right, we'll wrap up here. I appreciate you all coming out. I will do updates on this, as you know.
To give some sense, some meaning to what he was doing. And he was
as you know, I've been very fascinated with JF and Mama JF for many years. I've kept up on the saga. I kind of tune in and out when there's Mama JF news. I will try to find this terrorist act that Mama JF tried to do on a live stream. I'll open up for any questions and we'll wrap in 5. Please discuss Orange PPP. Okay, I will discuss Orange PPP. So, in a desperate attempt to grift, we have PPP painted orange. I believe I've been told he's in it. I haven't tuned in to the casino tonight, but I've heard that he's in another outfit tonight. I'm guessing in a desperate move to try to get viewers. I don't know what all these fucking bots are. I already showed the Christmas meal from this year with the lobster and the egg. You missed it, Miss Randy Williams. Just go back. So PPP is so desperate. Rob hasn't done anything or been pilled out that I guess he's got to back up now. He's 600 pounds. He's fatter than ever. He was never this fat. Like I've known PPP for years. He was never this fat. Was never this out of control. But he's ballooned to literally my 600-pound life. I wouldn't. I don't know if he could walk anymore or whatever. But this is his desperate move to grift as they beg for money. Put zero effort into the show still. But I guess put effort into painting PPP orange and dressing him up like a pumpkin, I guess is the new. And he does look a lot like a pumpkin. He's got the physique for it. So God bless him for that. I tuned into this stream. There was a very vitriolic rant about me that went on for about 5 minutes, where he cursed me, called me a drug addict, a loser, and all kinds of things. That's basically all I saw of the stream. But I was fascinated by this gargantuan fat fuck painted orange, and good for him. I hope they made a lot of money. That's really all I have to say about PPP being orange. I guess he's just going to make a fool out of himself now for the audience and like a freak show. You know, you go to the carnival to see the freak shows, and now PPP, I guess, is just going to be one of the sideshow attractions. I imagine that Andy sprayed him down with a stencil or something, and this is what they do now. No, I did not see when Croc spilled his drink all over their props. I didn't see any. I haven't really tuned in much, but I just know that he's still very angry at me for whatever reason. Angry, I'm not doing the show anymore. Maybe he'll just bend over and spread his giant gaping asshole yet again for everybody to see. Very loyal to Andy, letting him paint him orange like this and put a pumpkin hat on. Disturbing. So that's all I really have to say about that. Is there any more questions before I wrap up? Andy's the bear tamer for sure. Yeah, it was. I imagine this was a crack fueled Andy idea. I can't see any really other explanation for that unless this is like some kind of sexual fetish thing. Maybe this is another snap. Maybe Snacks is into seeing his gargantuan gunt and huge floppy double D tits sagging into his armpits. Andy told PPP if he didn't get painted, he would get his 10th. He wouldn't get his 10th meal of the day. Well, as we know, PPP literally has to be stationed next to like 5 refrigerators to get him through the show. So it's tough, man. It's tough. Maybe he never even leaves a chair. I don't know if he's wearing pants or not. I imagine that he's just completely naked. But all of his genitals are obscured by his massive gut. So, is it really nudity? Are there any other questions before I go? And we'll do a final poll on is JF guilty or not. We'll do a final poll after watching all of that. We'll see. I'll let everything catch up. I'll start. We'll call it a wrap. Okay, I'll take that. There's no more question. People just going on about PPP being fat grifter. Yeah, he sold his soul to the devil, and there's just no redemption there. Sunk their own audience. It's tough, man. It's tough.